always making this short of life, power, and focus. Oh, gracious Heavenly Father, this morning, we come to you in the precious and the wonderful name of your Son, Jesus Christ. We come as a thankful people. We come as a grateful people, and we say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for your blessing on each and every one. And we are on this day, we ask Lord that we come away with everything that will be said and done. And so, Father, that we will strengthen you.
respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the true spirit of sportsmanship, for the glory of sport and the honor of all.
Good morning. In the name of all the judges and officials, I promise that we shall officiate the 2026 Jackal National Primary School Athletics Championship with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the true spirit of sportsmanship for the glory of sport and the honor of all.
For those who practice, won a gold medal in 2009 at the World Championship in Athletics. He won 10 medals. And while he can't be here today, give her a round of applause. Carry that up. Let me mention at this time also the daughter of Frank Franco also here, which is right family of Charles and Frank. Good morning, everyone. I'm here to speak on behalf of our Robert, and he has sent his remarks to council at this time. Good morning, everyone. Athletes, coaches, parents, supporters. Welcome to the Royal Rapid Zone. First, I want to say how honored I am to have been coming with you. I truly wish I could be there with you all in person today. Please accept my apologies for not being there physically, but know that my heart is filled with pride, because sports teaches you more than medals ever will. It teaches you how to move with class, how to live with humility, how to rise after you fall. This zone is built not on one person's name, it is a standard. It is a standard of excellence, it is a standard of effort, it is a standard of Caribbean pride. To the parents and coaches, thank you. You are the foundation, which is young athletes the belief to stand tall, and to the athletes remember this. Pressure is a privilege. Competition is a gift. Greatness is built on one discipline. They are eternal champions. Not just champions on the field, champions in life. Let's compete with pride.
Welcome to the Royal Rapid Zone. It is no distinct honor and pleasure to officially declare the games open. Let the games begin.
At this time, it's over, and we're going to go right to our first event, so we'll ask the athletes to play off the field. Good luck to all of you, and have a wonderful day.
And for those of you who are now joining us, welcome again to the Chef Foods Knapsack 2026. This is the penultimate zone. We had 6 zones so far. Today's zone 7, and tomorrow will be our final zone. Today's the turn of the Brunswick Tropical Rhythms Always Ryan Brathwaite zone. As usual, my co-host Neil Gill. Neil, how are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, Michael Jules. I'm thankful. It's a wonderful day here at the Usain Bolt complex. We've had some very good days of competition. We thank God Almighty for the weather that we've also had. We've had many good days.
Oh, yes.
And we must give thanks to the Almighty for that. We have this day. It's the Brunswick Tropical Rhythms and Always. It's Ryan Brathwaite zone. And we have some teams here, Michael, and I know it's going to be another good day of keen competition.
Yes, yesterday we saw several records being broken.
I think that was a record in itself, isn't it?
the long jumps. I can't help but comment about the long jumps. We had several long jump records going, and that's great. Of course, Blackman and Gladiators, they've called themselves Gladiators this year, so they will be looking to hold on to their championship. They were the boys and girls champions in 2025, so we'll see how they will defend the boys and girls title. And again, just to let our viewers know of the other schools who will be participating today: Ada Costa Edwards, Ellerton, Gordon Greenwich, Half Moon Fort. And by the way, Half Moon Fort, they have a sponsor.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Affinity Plus Credit Union, Half Moon Fort Rockets. Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, yes. We also have LT Gay Memorial, St. Catherine's, St. Mark's, Wilkie Cumberbatch, and they're the Wilkie Cumberbatch Warriors. And for the very first time, we've been talking about the private schools participating. For the very first time, Young Explorers.
Young Explorers?
Yes, this is a private school. They are located over by that plaza in Hastings. Lanterns Mall. Yes, just behind Lanterns Mall. That is where Young Explorers, they're located. And we're happy to have them on board for the first time. They have a very small team, a team of 7 athletes.
7.
We're gonna see how they will do with that team, and they are coached by a well-known guy, Wayne Cole Simmons.
Wayne Cole Simmons of the broadcasting
and DJ
one of the
fame.
best DJs that we have.
Correct.
In Ireland.
Yes. So he's. By the way, a lot of people don't know that he has a degree in physical education as well. So
again, we learned quite a bit.
Yes. So he's doing some work with that team, and we want to say hello. They are glued on. By the way, I know the principal there well. Midget, say hello to them also. So seems like we're ready for our first event. As usual, the girls open 600 meters. And let's see who we have here. Kiana Callender from Half Moon Fort. I love the outfit there.
Okay.
Ashanti Fort of Gordon Greenwich. Then Layla Utterson of Wilkie Cumberbatch, that short little one there, wearing number 4, 6958. Samara Griffith of Ada Costa Edwards. Maya Robinson of Blackman and Gollop, her teammate, Emery Bayer. Darielle Weeks of St. Mark's. Kimaya Critchlow of Ellerton Primary, and from LTG, Shania Farnell. So that's the lineup. One person missing there, that's from St. Catherine's Primary. I love the Blackman and Gollop outfits. Can't help but say that.
Yes.
And we've seen quite a number of designs of kits.
The colors are almost similar to the Bailey's Primary. From here, from this vantage point, and I can say this: the majority of the schools carry the colors, similar colors, but the designs might be slightly off, might be different, but the colors are not too far from each other. But for you, you like that color, but for some reason I really like the Wilkie
You
Cumberbatch.
like the Wilkie Cumberbatch, yes.
I like the Wilkie Cumberbatch outfit. And they're being represented by Layla Otterson. And Michael, we've seen, even though they may be short in stature, they usually have a lot of heart.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll see how young Otterson does.
Yes. These girls are chasing the Ryan Brathwaite zone record of 1 minute 54.03.
And this is pretty quick.
Oh, yes, that is quick. Established in 2024 by Anaya Catlin. And she was from Gordon Greenwich Primary. So they're off and running, moving out quickly, going into the lead. Kimaya Critchlow of Ellerton Primary. So she's taken this one out pretty quick. Our clock is going 15 seconds, just about for that first 100. And again, Neil, we see the situation where these young ladies are running in lane 3, where as soon as the race starts, they can cut right into lane 1. It's a scratch start. 32 seconds on the clock now. 34 seconds. That's a really quick first 200 meters for that young lady, Kimaya Critchlow. Oh, let's see.
We should be able to maintain it.
Exactly, she can keep up. The young lady, they're still in lane 3, two of them.
Yeah, so someone should be, one of the officials should
by now have told them primary, as we kind of knew what happened. She would start to fade a bit and the others would start to get close to her.
Tamara Griffith of Ada Costa Edwards.
Oh yeah, she's getting into the picture now and moving up. Aha, moving up. You said it.
This is the
Wilkie Cumberbatch, Layla Otterson.
Is it?
No.
What is 62?
No. That is Maya Robinson of Blackman and Gollop. Yes, 200 meters to go, 124 on the clock.
And look, Michael, the young lady there from who came out early, she stopped.
Yes, too much early running. In the meantime, with 150 meters to go, Maya Robinson of Blackman and Gollop, she's put her foot down on the gas and she's gone with this race. No one in sight at all.
This is a good run, Michael. Look at her go.
100 to go, less than that now. 146 on the clock. She is looking really impressive.
And she's
Maya
strong.
Robinson. So we'll see what time she will post. Remember, there's a next section coming up. 157. And once she can get in the region of, yes, that's a good run. 2:00.68. That will put her 2:00.73. Seems like her teammate is coming up in there as well. So we'll see who is second and third. And
Bayer, 2:15.50.
So that's her teammate.
And Otterson,
2:15.50.
2:18.34.
So those are top 3. So definitely the time of 2:00.73. That's a young lady that we will be keeping our eyes on. Young
Maya
ladies,
Robinson.
the open girls, 600 meters. Once you get girls running 2 flat, 150, whatever, and even going down into the 140s, you know, definitely those are the ones to watch. So a great performance coming from Maya Robinson of Blackman and Gollop, 2:00.73. So that will be the time that the next section will be looking to do better than. Up front there's Emery Bayer. She was second, 2:15.50. So again, just to, if you can enlighten our viewers who are joining us today for the first time about how the athletes will move from this first round into the semifinals and the finals.
Well, we must recognize, but I'll give them at the end as they
Once the 600 is finished?
Yes.
Okay. Well, just so we know who's competing in this second section, Skylar Plater of Ellerton Primary, Grace Parsons of Ada Costa Edwards, Empress Nurse from Wilkie Cumberbatch, Rosaria Osborne of Gordon Greenwich, Shakira Aria Clark, Blackman and Gollop, Kalera Davis of St. Catharines, Chloe Shadia Houghton of Half Moon Fort, and Kalia Aline of St. Mark's Primary. So that's the lineup here for this second section.
Well bunched early on, as opposed to what we saw in the first flight, where they were well strung out even before they got into the straight. But it is the two athletes from Wilkie Cumberbatch, and they're the Wilkie Cumberbatch Warriors.
Oh yes, that's Empress Nurse and Laia Kane. So Empress Nurse, she's the one leading. Gonna see the first 200 meters, 39 seconds. Still a bit quick,
Yes.
but
A bit,
reasonable.
she looks controlled here as opposed to.
So these girls look as though they have a plan. Leading is Nurse, and Kane is tracking her nicely. So those two, yes, they look as though they have a plan. They're trying to accelerate going down the backstretch. Maybe they can wait a little bit.
Yes.
Might be too early to accelerate, but they seem to have a plan. So now Kane takes over. Yes. Laia Kane, Wilkie coming back. She's looking to make it a 1-2. They have to go faster than 2:00:73. They're now at 1:22 on the clock and past the 200-meter mark. So this is looking really good for Kane. She can maintain that and then accelerate over the last 100 meters. And she is looking pretty impressive at this stage.
She's rolling, Michael. She is really rolling.
Into the straightaway she comes now, and the arms are working, and she is trying her best to get there. 1:47 on the clock. That's a good time so far for Laia Kane of Wilkie Cumberbatch. She's going to be the winner of this section. Let's see how far she will go. And she finishes now 1:58. Yes, impressive run. And her teammate is going to finish up in second position. A slower finish, but she gets that second spot. And third will go to Clark of Blackman and Gollop. A strong finish from her. So Wilkie Cumberbatch has started. Yes.
2:12:27 is the, so it would be first and third then?
Yes. So the overall winner there will be Laia Kane of Wilkie Cumberbatch, 1:58.18. Second overall, a time of 2:00.73 will be Maya Robinson of Blackman and Gollop. Third overall, Empress Nurse, Wilkie Cumberbatch, 2:12.27. And then we have Clark, 2:13.25 from Blackman and Gollop. She will finish third overall. And then we also had a 2:13.64 from Parsons. So she's going to be in the picture as well.
So they all get points. Remember, they get points.
Yes. So that 2:15.50, that second place from the first section, she will be relegated down the pack, as we saw some quicker performances from this second section.
Yes.
And 1:58.18 is decent running, as I said. If they can go under 2 minutes, something to be happy about for sure.
Yes, and remember, in these events, ladies and gentlemen, that they're timed finals. So basically, the athletes are competing against the clock, as opposed to running the person in the heat themselves. So at the zone meets, they will all be timed finals, and there's always it is a random selection of
at the beginning.
At the beginning. And then from the zone to the semifinals, in the 50 meters, the 80, 100, 150, the 200, the 300, and the 400 meters, the top finisher in each zone, so that will be 8 competitors, they will advance to the semifinal. And then the next 16 fastest times overall will advance as well to the semifinals. So these are some of the things that we would want our viewers and listeners and whoever to understand, that these are how the athletes will move forward towards the semi-final in those particular events. Also in the 600 and the 800, the top finisher in each zone, so that's 8, and then the next 16 fastest times overall will advance to the semi-finals as well. So you will have these things. So people must understand that even though someone might finish first in a particular section, that does not mean that, or second, that does not mean that the points are basically, again, in the allocation of points, that they win the race.
As we just saw in those two 600 meters. We have the 800 meters on the line. Two sections going for these boys. I have standing by Mr. Andre Wharton, who is the man in charge of the UE Relay Fest. He's going to come and talk to us about that in a few. We're into track and field season right now, so there's track and field going all around the world actually. Come March, will be the World Indoor Track and Field Championships. I hope I can find some time to watch that. But definitely, we have some Caribbean athletes who will be featured at those championships. So the girls' high jump, that event is 1.25 meters, established last year by Halija Bailey of St. Catherine's Primary. So we'll see there are 9 girls contesting. Back on the track though to the boys 800 meters. They're chasing the record of 2:37.29. And that was established in 2024 by Rico Rosario Joseph Salam of St. Mark's, Shazari Harris of Blackman and Gallup, and he actually has created history because he is the first athlete from his school to hit the track. It would be really good if he could be the first to get into the semifinals or the finals as well. So as they head down the backstretch for the first time, our leader is Thomas of Ellerton Primary and his teammate
Rosario Joseph.
Oh yes, so those two.
Actually, Joseph has gone to the lead.
Yes, he said, "Look, I want to be up front here. Let me take some of this win." So Rosario Joseph of Ellerton, he's in first, and Thomas of Ellerton in second. So those two, in their nice black, white, and yellow outfits. And I see moving up here now, getting into the action. That is Phillips of St. Catherine's Primary. Yes, that's the St. Catherine's color.
Yes, green.
So he has now moved up into the lead. Tyler Phillips, he is leading here. Joseph of Ellerton in second. So 1:23. That is a slow first lap. If they want to assault this record, boss, second 400 meters.
Yes.
So as they head down the backstretch for the final time, our leader is still Tyler Phillips of St. Catherine's, looking pretty easy. And you know, we were talking about corporate Barbados and even just the general citizen looking to assist the schools. I got a call from someone yesterday who is willing to purchase a pair of track shoes for a young man that we may mention. Remember we mentioned that guy who ran the 800 meters barefooted.
Which one?
I have his name. I have the information.
So many of them ran barefooted.
I have the information. He was really impressive. We spoke a lot about him. But so you know, I like that where even a citizen will come forward and say, "Look, I'm going to buy this guy a pair of track shoes. I don't want to fuss about it.
Yes,
that's what we need. That's exactly what we need."
I love that.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's about humanity.
Of course.
You know, and here we see Tyler Phillips of St. Catherine's crosses the line now in a time of 2:49.46 seconds.
One of the Ellerton Primary lads got in there for that second position. That was Joseph
2:53.56, and Francis 2:55.21.
So I can tell you, having gone through those results for the 800 meters, of course, you know, I have a special interest and love for the 800 meters. That was my event. And here we see the youngster Quinn Cole from Young Explorers. Got to give him some credit. He finished the race. So this is a good experience for this lad. He can say, participated, I represented my school, and I finished.
Yes, and I was the first.
Yes.
I was the first for
my school. Look, he defeated some guys. There's still some there on the track, so he's done quite well.
Yes.
So I was saying to you, having done the research on these 800s for the boys, 2:50 is not going to get you
Yes.
into
Yes.
the next
Yes.
round.
Yes.
So this guy here with a 249.50, luckily,
He's fortunate.
because, well, then again, we can't say that as yet because
Oh,
we
yes,
have
there's
another
another
section
another
going.
section to go,
So
yeah.
it's possible that this 249, even though he won his section and ran 249, I can tell you, 249 is not going to make it. So
And we've made that observation.
yes, and these are the
So three
things
zones.
that the coaches have to, do that kind of research so that in preparing the athletes for NAPSACbb in the money.
Competitive.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. We can see here also in the high jump, in all the field events except the high jump, the top finisher in each zone, who has the best distances will advance to the semifinals. But in the high jump, the top 16 will advance to the final of this event, and this will be contested on the semi-final day. Not the final day. The high jump competition will be, the final will be contested on the semi-final day.
Okay, great. Yes, and we look
Do you have the
forward
height
to that.
for the high jump, Michael?
I'm trying to get the height here. I don't know if we can get the height for the high jump, but these are the young ladies here contesting. This is Adriana Trotman of Ellerton Primary.
And there we go. You see, a good friend. There he's giving her a little tip. Yes. And, yes, the coaches might have their area where, just behind them,
Yes.
you can see where the feather banner is. The coaches could come as far as there to give the advice, but they're not here. And this young lady knows she's receiving some instruction. And this,
her approach and
then
the kind of style of jumping she wants to do. Yeah, she will need some work. She looks as though she's an athlete that they just put in
just
the event.
go and represent us in the
which is not good, I must say.
Fair. It's not fair,
I think for events like the high jump, you need to have the practice.
Yes, because it's pretty technical still.
Shot put as well.
Of course.
Yes.
You have to know the rules of the. It's not just go out there and run.
Correct.
Or jump.
So our second section here, Neil.
Yes. In the second section here for the boys open 800 meters, we have Kyron Green of Blackman and Gollop Primary. Also, there's Josiah Graves, his teammate. Then Shakari Greenwich of St. Catherine's. Wilkie Cumberbatch, they're represented by Liam Roach and Raheem Mears. They're there. Yes, they are. And the Young Explorers, Seth Graves. He has the number 6 on his hip. Then from Gordon Greenwich Primary, Jamario Doughton. From St. Mark's Primary, Raike Ford. Then from Ellerton Primary, Jamari Brathwaite. Antonio Cyrus of Gordon Greenwich Primary, Azari Davis of St. Catherine's, and Nathan Seeley Moore of St. Mark's Primary.
Yeah, so these lads going out really good. A nice even pace. Young man from
Wilkie
Cumberbatch.
He's striding really nicely. Let's see.
36 seconds gone at the 200-meter mark. Pretty decent.
This is not bad at all.
Yes. So they'll keep up this pace here. Seems like he also has a plan not to go out too hard, and he hasn't done that, which is great. So
I think he's tracked by Jamari Brathwaite of Ellerton Primary.
Yes. So those two carrying the early pace here and moving up. I just
Raheem Mears of Wilkie Cumberbatch. He's the one up.
I just saw Azari Davis of St. Catherine's there. He's now looking to move up. He is wearing that number 11.
Laces flying.
Those two guys have decided they're going to move on. Brathwaite of Ellerton now in the lead, followed by Davis of St. Catherine's. 1 lap to go. 123. Same time.
Yes.
Same split. First section. So we'll see if these will pick the pace up a bit. I see a new face moving up into third position now.
That is the young man from Blackman and Gollop.
And his teammate trying to get into the picture as well.
Yeah, Kyron Green. And so there's the team from Blackman and Gollop with 200 meters to go. And it is Green of Blackman and Gollop. You can see he's pumping his arms and legs. He's breathing deeply. And Econ Green, Blackman and Gollop. Determination is etched on his face, Michael. He looks as though it's grit and determination that will get him to the wire. It is Kieran Green of Blackman Gollop.
He has to go faster than 249.50 for the overall victory.
Not sure he's going to get there. Will he get there? Yes, he does. 246.19. 246.24. His teammate was second. That's Josiah Graves. And third, it looked like Raheem Mears of Wilkie Cumberbatch. Mears of Wilkie Cumberbatch in 255.14. So we can see the
So if we look at those top 6 performers, the best being Kieran Green of Blackman and Gollop, so he will finish first overall. That will be 10 points.
10 points to Blackman and
for
Gollop.
Blackman and Gollop. Second best performance was from Tyler Phillips of St. Catherine's, 249.50. He'll earn 8 points. And then the next best time was a 252. So Blackman and Gollop will get 6 points.
So that's
Compliments
16.
of Josiah Graves.
Yeah, so that's 16 points off the bat.
Yes. Then Ellerton Primary, 253.56. Rosario Joseph. He will get some points for them as well. But as we said, that 246,
yes,
that will be the only performance from this zone that will advance to the semis based on my research
what you've seen
so
thus
far. 246.24.
Remember, we still have one more zone to go.
Yes.
So I will give way to Mr. Andre Wharton, young man with great ideas.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He will come and speak with us for a little bit, and then you stand by to be back for those 50-meter dashes for the under 7s. Good morning, Mr. Wharton. How are you doing this morning?
Hi, good morning, Mr. Jules. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am well. It's always well when track and field is around.
I can't say anything different than that.
You did some track and field yourself, didn't you?
Yeah. As part of the law school, it was almost standard that you had to be a part of it. But I was fortunate to put in some half-decent performances in my time.
What events did you compete in?
Sprints, 1 and 2.
Okay. All right. Great. Right. So this venue, we are so grateful for this venue because without this venue, I don't know where we would be able to. Actually, our competitions would probably be on grass tracks, and we've moved away from the grass tracks so long ago.
Very long ago.
But thankful to this facility, not only are we able to host NAPSAC, BSAC, etc., but UE has decided that they will come on board. So talk to us about what UE is doing this weekend.
No problem. Yeah, just to segue from that particular part, Professor Sahilary was adamant to have spaces like this for the students themselves to be comfortable and don't have to feel as if they have to go to other places to get in their fitness, to play the football. So it was all part of a student-led initiative, and little did we know that it would turn out to be a space that would help the entire nation and the entire region as it relates to our students that are coming in. But this weekend, UE Relay Fest. We started last year. It was a pilot project. It was well received in its first year, and I can tell you right now that we've jumped from in and around 12 to 15 teams last year to 40 teams this year.
Wow. So I am already feeling the excitement, because once you're talking about 40 teams, you're talking about spectators packing the stadium.
That's what we want. We want for everyone. Those 40 teams account for somewhere in the region of 1,000 athletes. So 1,000 athletes bring in a mommy, a daddy, a granny, an auntie, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. It's all going to lend to a fantastic environment here at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex this weekend. A little different from last year. We only had the relays on one evening, which was the Saturday, but we've added an individual events component on the Friday night. So you can come and see some great track and field individual events on the Friday night starting at 7 p.m. and then you come back on Saturday for the full relay slate starting at 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m. Okay. So we're having competitions for primary schools, secondary schools, as well as open categories?
Open categories, so the clubs are in there, and we've been able to encourage some of the businesses of Barbados.
Attend the paint relays?
No, but I've watched it every single time, every year.
Phenomenal.
Very exciting, enthralling event. It
Yes.
looks that way just from being in the living room. You want to be there for sure.
Yes, and you know, there are some athletes too who you can't get them to run that fast in a flat race, but you put a baton in their hand,
They just take off.
different being.
Yeah.
So yes, you know, I just want to encourage all Barbadians. You're not doing anything this weekend, to come on down to the Usain Books. Enjoy the track and field action. So you said we are starting Friday at what time?
7 p.m. start on Friday, 3 p.m. start on Saturday. You should be able to see the link for the tickets in the chat right now on the live stream.
Okay.
uwa.myticketpartner.com. We're encouraging you to get your.
Cost of those tickets.
You can come for the entire weekend. So if you want to be here for all of the action Friday and Saturday, that's $25. If you want to come on the Friday night alone, no problem. $10. The UE students are students with ID, $15, and children 5 to 11 years, $10. So affordably priced and coming out to get some fantastic track and field action here at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex, 27th and 20th of February for the UWI Relay Fest and Track Extravaganza.
Excellent. Mr. Wharton, again, I want to thank you very much. I want to thank the UE, your entire team, for putting on such an event. You know, we had the Barbados Relay Fair, and that served for a while, and then for whatever reason.
The 2026 version of the UE Relay Fest. One more thing, Jules, uwa.myticketpartner.com. uwa.myticketpartner.com to get your tickets.
Okay, excellent. So thank you very much, Mr. Wharton. We wish you and your team all the best for this weekend. Coming up on the track next should be the under 7 girls 50 meters. As you were watching the high jump for girls, that competition seems to be very keen out there. Still trying to ascertain the height of the bar. Okay, so we heard it's at 1.05 meters. The record 1.25 meters, so they still have a distance to go. Easy clearance there from Monet Best of Blackman and Gollop, and I don't think she has missed any so far from what I saw. Rewind that and see what happened. That is Zuri Stout. Okay, and we have a record already. Yes, this is the jump from Zuri Stout. Lead leg over, trail leg. The heel of her trail leg, Neil, is what hit the bar. So again, when we talk about clearance in the high jump, you need to snap that trail leg quickly over the bar.
Yes, and that was she was almost over. She was basically over the bar. And as I said, the trail leg.
Just the heel.
Yes, just the heel.
Just her heel.
Wow.
So the under 13 boy shot put, we have a record, and so he's doing some great work to encourage those events, the discus and the shot put, and of course a tremendous job. Looking forward to seeing what he will do. Okay.
So yes, we see young lady here again. It's just it was unfortunate.
You know, this really warms my heart. This warms my heart. You know, we spoke about a guy who called me barrel 2 pairs of track shoes that will be donated to athletes, and who knows, those 2 athletes, I'm sure these persons will keep track of them, and who knows, they can probably end up going on to represent Barbados at the Olympics in the next 8 years, 12 years, thanks to this first pair of track shoes that they will get. So I want to say thank you very much. I will not call those names, but you know who you are, the gentleman who called me yesterday and this lady from Canada. So we want to keep it up. I'm quite sure we're going to get some more. Hopefully by the semifinals, we can have all those barefooted children with a pair of track shoes on.
Yes, and I remember the Nation, the Nation Publishing, they have an initiative over in the call room area. Yes, and we spoke about the shot put and ask and it will, we will get it, you know, and we can see it here, marred by the feather, but still we can see that it is in competition.
So the shot put is done in the outer side of the arena, and it is yes.
These are the competitors in the shot put. That's right.
Yes, so they're just awaiting their turn. So we're gonna see if we can capture one or two of those throws. And as we said, the under 13 boys, this is the competition. Tahir Foster of Lawrence Tigay, he is currently the guy with the record. I think he is in that orange top there. So we're gonna try and get hold of his number and make sure we have the right guy for you. So the shot put,
you can always tell the guys doing the shot, but they're usually very stout and
they have to be, you know. There are certain body types for certain events. Yes. I'm sure you would not picture me doing the shot put. So this is that was a clearance there. I think that is Carter, Rakaya Carter of Wilkie Camelbatch. So we're going to try and get the distance. Grateful for this coverage of the field events, definitely. So we are seeing between the shot put and the high jump.
So the field events are getting a bit more. Seeing the track, the field events are also going off. And here we have the first.
Under 7 girls, yes.
This is the first one. This is the first of 3 nights. They have, I think this one here, Joshe, is it that?
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Well, we didn't have that. So we had Ellerton from Ellerton Primary, that is Jonino. Yes, so we have Ryan Dawson.
Yeah, she was the winner as we watch the replay here. Ryan's, it was a very close finish there. Griffith was second, 9.76, and Quinton was third, 10.08 seconds. Those were top 3 from that first section.
Yes, and now we have the second of these 3-time finals in lane 1 from, again, we have from Gordon Greenwich Primary, that is Kyron Hinkson, lane 3. And it's a good clean start. And it's Zaya Brown of Blackman and Gollop. She's up front. And she should take this one easily. 9.42 seconds. That's a very good time, Michael.
Yes, rounded to 9:46.
9:46. Yes. And if that holds, they were chasing a time of 9.56 seconds.
Okay.
Set by Natalia Grisette Boyce of the Lawrence Tigay team.
So let's watch this record-breaking performance. One young lady had a little spill there, but looking good is Brown. Brown looking focused all the way through and finishing well. 9.46 seconds for her. Holder was second, 10.13. Blades third, 11.16.
Okay, and that's yes. You see, this is all about it. You know, I mean, she would have been pumped to go around, and we thank the officials for, you know, consoling them in their own rights. So, young Brown from Blackman and Gollop, a time of 9.46. That's the time they will have to beat. Here now in the final of these 3-time finals, Rajalab Devonish of Ada Costa Edwards in lane 2. Lane 3 from Lawrence from El Tigay is Shodika Mears. In lane 3 from St. Mark's, Shamina Moore. Then out in lane 6 is Azaria Payne Harris is from Ellerton Primary. And out in lane 8 from Blackman and Gollop, Layla Jilks. And it looks like Layla Jilks, very tight there between Layla Jilks And it looks like Shamina Moore.
Well, we'll await the official result for that one. We'll see the replay here. You can see those two, Moore and Jilks. And if you watch the finish closely, I think Jilks dipped a little too early. So Moore is going to be the winner, 10.22. Jilks second, 10.23. Extremely close there between those two. And high jump action continues.
And Michael, at the end of it all, it is Young Brown in a new record time of 9.46 seconds. She'll get her 10 points for Blackman and Gollop. In second position, in a time of 9.64 seconds, is Ariana Ryan Dawson from LT Gay. And second and third from the Wilkie Cumberbatch team, the Wilkie Cumberbatch Warriors, it is
Dana Griffith.
Dana Griffith. Wow.
So
D-A-E-N-A.
some great points there for the LT Gay. 10 points going to them. Blackman and Gollop getting another 10 points and a record. Yes. The under 7 boys are on the line already. They're chasing Josiah Moore's 9.06 seconds.
Wow. That
That was established in 2024. We have in lane 2, Dakobe Critchlow of Ellerton. In 3, Kairos Morris, Wilkie Cumberbatch. In lane 4, Zakai Hurley of Gordon Greenwich. In 5, Kamali Jones of St. Mark's. Lane 6, Kian Edwards of Blackman and Gollop. And in lane 7, Dylan Linton of LT Gay. They're off and running. Kairos Morris. Wow, that was close.
Good.
Close there. Wow. And look at the time.
Yes,
9.32.
Morris.
Yes. Lovely running there.
9.37 seconds for Edwards.
And we can see the replay. That guy is really working, looking focused. Young Kairos. Oh, yes.
Nice. And 9.46 seconds for Critchlow.
Number 2, across the Edwards.
So that's the first one. The time to beat now is 9.32.
9.32 seconds. All right. So
we have our second section here on the 7 boys. Okay, here we go.
this one here.
Record. I think they're trying to match yesterday's records. New record on the 9 boys long jump. Shaderi Walcott of Blackman and Gollop. 3.37 meters, surpassing the old mark of 3.27 meters. So congratulations to Shaderi Walcott of Blackman and Gollop. And Blackman and Gollop continues to hold on to their championship. They're not letting go that easy.
Yes.
Our second section here, Jashai Green of Ada Costa in 2, Luis Elliott of LT Gay in 3, they're off and running. And in 4 is Rashe Carmichael of Wilkie Cumberbatch. He's large and in charge. So Wilkie Cumberbatch, they have some speedsters there.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. 9.40.
9.40. That's Carmichael.
So Wilkie Cumberbatch, they have won both sections.
10.28 for Elliott. Here's the replay. And 10.76 for Green.
And you can see those Wilkie Cumberbatch boys, they seem very focused. Their arms are working well. They're not looking around like some of the other little ones. You know, those guys keep looking
at. On the 7, they look at each other. And
not
so
these.
Yes, they're trained to the minute.
Yes, you can see. They have been putting in some work. For sure. So the time to beat still is 9.32 seconds. That was Kairos Morris in the first section. His teammate actually is currently in 3rd because 9.37 from Edwards, who placed 2nd in that first section. He is 2nd overall so far. One more section coming up. Kaishe Seeley of Gordon Greenwich, he's in 2. In 3 is Hajj Bailey of St. Catharines. In lane 4, Damari Shepherd Sandyford of Half Moon Fort. In lane 5, Krishan Bennett of St. Mark's. In lane 6, Jalen Ferdinand of Blackman and Gollop. And in lane 7, Lauren Murray of A. DaCosta Edwards. Our final section, looking to run faster than 9.32. And here we go. Ferdinand of Blackman and Gollop. This one is close. I think Ferdinand is going to get home there. Jalen Ferdinand.
10.22 seconds.
Okay, so not as fast as the other two sections. 10:34 for Bailey.
And Bennett in the time of 10.41 seconds.
Okay, so if we look at those three sections, 9.32. So Kairos Morris of Wilkie Cumberbatch, she will be the overall winner with that 9:32. 9:37. Kean Edwards of Blackman and Gollop, he will finish in second. And then we had a 9:40 from Rashay Carmichael of Wilkie Cumberbatch. Those are our top three. So Wilkie Cumberbatch will earn 16 points from that race.
Okay, so that completes the
under
sevens, and they do 80 meters. And now we move on to the girls. The under 9 girls, 80 meters, and we have in lane 2 from Wilkie Cumberbatch, Aisha Lane White. In lane 3 from St. Catharines, Anaya Williams. In lane 4 from LT Gay, Tania Boyce. In lane 5 from Blackman and Gollop Primary, Skylar Small. Lane 6 from Ellerton Primary, Rajada Brathwaite. And out in lane 7 from Ada Costa Edwards, Larisha Kelman.
And just before they get started, some news from over at the high jump. The bar is now at 1.25 meters, which is the current record. Monet Best from Blackman and Gollop, she has one more go at the 1.25. Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch, she cleared 1.25 on her first attempt. So this is great news from over at the girls' high jump. Looking at another record performance.
Yes, and these young ladies are chasing a time of 13.05 seconds. They're on the starters' orders. Just being asked to stand. I'm kind of leaning here towards the lane 7. I'm trying to see if this is the young lady I can remember her name, Larisha Kelman. But they're off and running, and it is a good clean start. It is Skylar Small of Blackman Gollop. Skylar Small thunders away, and that's a beautiful time. Michael, look at the time.
Oh yes. If this holds up, it's going to be a new record, pending the other two sections, of course. 12:78 for Small. And we'll see the replay from the get-go. Light on the feet, quick legs. Some work can be done on those arms, but nevertheless, she is rolling along. And that 12.78 seconds from Small will be the current new zone record. So we're going to keep our eyes to Edwards.
Denisha Best.
Yes, she made an effort. However, we can do some work on her technique, her running technique. I think once that is done, she will do a lot better.
And we're moving on to the final installment here. Okay, so we can see here now in the third and final installment here for the under 9 girls. Deja Aline of Blackman Gollop in lane 2. In lane 3, Ariana Codrington of St. Mark's Primary. Bree Nichols, she is in lane 4. She's representing St. Catharines, representing the team from the Affinity Plus Credit Union Half Moon Fort team. In lane 5, that is Zariel Grant. In lane 6, from the Wilkie Cumberbatch Warriors, Haley Edwards. And out in lane 7, from the Gordon Greenwich Primary, Elizabeth Cadogan. Yes, she is in lane 7. Here we see Haley Edwards. She was trying her best to go through, even though the stewards were trying to stop her. But she had that look of grit and determination on her face. Remember, they're chasing a time of, well, a new time here of 12.78 seconds set by Skylar Small.
Yes, and the high jump competition continues. We'll be back and forth and try to keep you updated on that high jump competition.
And Okay, they will be called back, I think. Yes, Bree Nichols. She, as though she jumped the gun there from St. Catherine's team.
So
if we take a look here, see if they're going to show us. Yes.
Oh yes, there we saw it.
Yes.
Green,
Yeah.
the one in green.
The one, Bree Nichols of St. Catherine's.
Yes. So we'll go again.
One more time.
So over at the high jump again, we have Stout, Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch. She's now going to attempt 1.28 meters. So already equaling the 1.25, which is the zone record. So she'll attempt 1.28 meters. So hopefully we'll get to see that at some point.
And again, she's very anxious. This Bree Nichols.
Not sure how many more times they're going to give her a chance to. Let's watch it again. That's the set position. At this point, you can't. There she went. So we'll see what they will do with her. In the meantime, 1.28 meters in the high jump. Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch, the winner, but looking to see if she can establish a new record. And we're going to try for the third time this is.
Yes, I think it's the third.
She's gone again. And she's still running.
I am not sure. It's anxiety.
Well,
And
you see, this is one of the things you have to teach in the sport. Every sport has its, there's certain rules and peculiarities to the sport fired or before the whistle is blown. So it's something you have to teach. Patience, staying in the blocks, waiting until you hear the gun go.
Yeah, the response thing. So.
And they must understand the penalty too, because there is a penalty.
Yes, and I don't think anyone can complain about it. I mean, they've given her 3 or 4 chances.
Exactly. So if she has to be put out of the race at this point in time, because we can't be there all day.
Okay, so Stout was unsuccessful in her. She's off. They're off and running. Arlene, Codrington, Nichols, Grant, Edwards, and Cadogan. And in lane 2, Deja Arlene storming away. Deja Arlene wins the third and final section.
13:61 for Arlene.
13:61 for Arlene.
Nichols, she's second with 14:47. Cadogan third, 14.86 seconds. So those are top 3 from that section.
Okay, so we can take a look. Then 12.78 for sure will be the winner. That's
Skylar Small.
Yes, 10 points. So there's 10 points she will gain for Blackman and Gollop Primary.
And also a record. So what we found, the winner of the 80 meters would normally be in contention in the 100 meters as well, and maybe the 150 or the long jump. Yes, so we'll keep our eyes on this name, Skylar Small of Blackman and Gollop, and see how she will do.
Yes, second there was with Jada Brathwaite, Ellerton Primary. She had a time of 13.45 seconds. And third, with a time of 13.47 seconds, that's Kalia Hines Gill. So those were the top 3 there in the girls, the under 9 girls, going 80 meters.
Yes, so we're getting ready for the boys. We still have Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch out there. The boys are on the line already. In this first section, Bruce, Murray, King, Walcott, Seeley, Beckles, and Franklin. They're off and running. And looking good in the middle is Shaderi Walcott of Blackman and Gollop, being challenged by Seeley Beckles of Ellerton Primary, but not anymore. That challenge is short-lived as Shaderi Walcott of Blackman and Gollop, he has sealed that first place. And 12:32 is the time for Walcott. And I can tell you this, Neil.
Wow.
The record, the zone record, 12:34. Let's keep our eyes here back to the high jump.
Zuri's.
Oh, she cleared it.
She cleared
Yes.
it. Congratulations. That
Well,
was one.
let's see if she will get off the bed.
Yes, the flags have gone up.
Yes, but
That was 1.28.
1.28 meters. So congratulations there to Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch. So she has cleared 1.28. We'll see what if she's going to go any higher. She has a choice. She can quit there or she can go higher up. We'll see.
And Michael, you know, you have been saying or identifying when it is time for them now to get the floor.
Yes.
She basically scissors
Yes.
that.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
So moving on to our second section, under 9 boys 80-meter dash. Things are very fast here.
Yes.
Before you can blink, it's the next event. That looked like a really quick jump there for Maynard of Wilkie Cumberbatch, but Prescott Gittins of LTG, he's going to be the winner.
12.55 seconds. Let's see how if it will be rounded or if it will stay 12.58.
12:58 for Prescott Gittins, not as fast as the first section. Shaderi Walcott of Blackman and Gollop set a new record.
Maynard ran 13.11.
Yes. So
And
those are
Morrison
first two.
13.24. But that was a 12.58 is a very good
Yes,
time.
that's a decent run for sure. Decent run.
But that 12.32, yes, that was indeed a sizzling time for the under 9 boys. Going 80 meters.
So that's another one we will be keeping our eyes on. Walcott of Blackman and Gollop. These guys mean business,
Yes,
Neil.
yes.
They mean business. Our third section coming up for the under 9 boys, chasing the 12:32 set by Walcott in the first section. So Rashawn Yearwood of LTG, he's in 2. In lane 3, Rajay Devonish of A. DaCosta Edwards. We are now seeing, we just saw Zuri Stout of Wilkie Cumberbatch getting a little rest in between her jumps. Emmerich Jacobs have Half Moon Fort in 4. In 5 is Zadik Samuel of Wilkie Cumberbatch. Lane 6, Xavier Brathwaite of Blackman and Gollop, and they're often running Dottin of Gordon Greenwich in 8. So the action is Brathwaite, Xavier Brathwaite of Blackman and Gollop storming down the track here. He's going to win this one easy. Look at the